Hello everyone, welcome back to another video today. Today's will be part 2 of what if Zuko Minorio was a green goblin, okay? So yeah guys, let's look at today's video, shall we? Yes we shall. We start off with Izuku waking up in a cold sweat. The 12-year-old Izuku got up that morning, made himself some cereal and orange juice. Took it to the living room since no one was awake. Izuku turned on the TV and tried to keep it down since he didn't want to wake anyone in the house. Izuku had a massive headache that day. He does not know why. Izuku was watching some hero movies from the past. And then got bored. So he decided to watch some SpongeBob. Which was still going on, by the way, yeah. Izuku ate some cereal until he got a knock on the door. Huh? What's going on? Izuku put down his bowl of Special K's chocolate chip cereal and gets up and goes to the door. Hello? Yes, is this the Midori residence? Yeah. Sir. Yes. Oh. Kid, I'm sorry to say this, but your two older siblings, they're gone. What? The guy gets a smack on the head. Oh man. He has to know the truth. You're right. Look, kid, we're sorry, but they're just not here anymore. We found their bodies lifeless. Burn marks and explosions ruled the area that they were found in. We found out that it was a place that we found out that was the people who were responsible for killing your parents. This can't be true. My brother, my sister, they had to be here. Kid, it's okay, come on. We got some milk and cookies at the police station. We just need to know. If you know anything about it. I don't. Let's just stay over here, okay? What are they doing there? Look. We found several explosives there. The players then show a pumpkin bomb. Izuku holds it. Police are about to take it away when Izuku says, I know this thing. What do you mean? It's one of my Quark's creations. I invented this because I wanted to help. I wanted to be a hero. But my sister asked for a large supply of them last night. I see. They used them. We're trying to do some good. What was that? Nothing. The police stayed with Izuku, getting information, and left. The policewoman looked back at him, saying, "You're gonna do a good job. I know that. I can sense it in your future." Izuku smiled, but several hours later, I was just standing so still. He just had a mental breakdown. couldn't bear the thought that his family's gone. Every single one of them gone. It hurts him. It hurts him so. He just can't stand it. I thought every single one person he loved in his life gone. A month later, the session was held. The Midoriya family grave had 2 more bodies to go in. A few days later, he got word he inherited everything. The business, the money, everything. The house and everything else. But Izuku didn't look happy at all. He just looked broken. A few days later, he decided to run Oscorp, but under a new regime. All those who were loyal to the Midoriya family were given a new drug that Izuku whipped up himself. Oz Green was an old, failed enhancement experiment, but now he mixed it up with some of his brother's DNA that he had on hand. They always had lots of their DNA just in case something bad might happen. So, after mixing everything together, he created it, then mass-produced it using his quirk. Everyone was all security in Oscorp was given this. Only high-ranking ones, though. Izuku thought to himself, "It will be done now." The Goblin Nation. I need time. I need time. Is this even right? Is this... You hear the door open, then threw the canister inside the drawer and closed it. Turn around quickly. Hi. Mama? Mama walked to him and hugged him, crying, saying that she's sorry that they passed away. Izuku had a little bit of hope left now. With all the time he had, Izuku started spending more time with Momo. She was his last family to him. Then, a few days later, when they were hanging out in his house, Momo decided to make a pact with Izuku, saying that she heard about a special ritual that 2 people who like each other a lot, if they do this, they'll be together forever. They had to make it the promise under the tree. Huh? Come on. Momo took Izuku out to the cherry blossoms that grew and were there all year round, only fading when actual cherry blossoms grew. The trees were faded, but the only original, only engineered tree there stood beautiful. Momo took Izuku under it. Momo towered Izuku, smiling at him. Izuku smiled back at Momo. They sighed as Momo took out a small gold blade. then some water. Izuku remembers that Momo is basically into magic at a very young age and tried to practice it a lot, saying that maybe someday she could do magic better than her quirk. Izuku always supported her, but this was kind of getting, Momo cut her hand, or cut her palm, then gave the blade to Izuku. Izuku wanted to do this ritual because, in truth, he loved her. It was deep within, but that feeling grew more and more. Izuku cut his hand. Momo then put her blood inside the water. The blood dripped. Then Izuku did the same. It was sort of romantic. Izuku smiled as he did this, putting the blood inside the water. The water then became from a light bloody color to full-on blood color. It was weird. Momo mixed it up and dripped it onto the cherry tree. It seeped into the roots as she smiled about this. Momo then took some and then painted some hearts on Izuku's cheeks. And it shocked that Izuku did the same. So he did the same to her. And they smiled. Izuku Midoriya, do you promise that one day we'll get married? She says. Izuku blushes for a bit, then says, yes, I do. I do too. Momo smiles as she then says the ritual is done. They will be together forever. Nothing can change that. Over the few years, Izuku dated Momo, smiling with her. They officially started dating when Izuku turned 14. At that time, Izuku had a side job known as King Goblin. In the armor that you can see in the picture right here, Izuku would go out with his Goblin Knights, or as a better term, war goblins, who carried M16 rifles and pumpkin bombs. Lots of pumpkin bombs. Got the money! Yeah. Take it, you goblin freak. Say no more. Izuku grabbed the money, put it on his back, and he went off. The war goblins grabbed a small device, clicked it, and went inside a black portal. Izuku did the same. Izuku smiled as he was in his bed again. Sleep. Izuku smiled as he got up and had some cereal. Most of the night, as Izuku only had one quick job to do before he came home. And they had a sleepover. Suddenly, when Izuku walked out, all the soldiers were normal. And Izuku liked that. You see, Izuku had them under hypnosis. As goblin serum didn't work like he wanted it to. It wasn't perfect, but he can hypnotize them, and when he says something, they turn into the goblins. But Izuku made the hypnosis so clear that it had to be from his voice. Silent not, Heiglin not. It was a butchered version of Izuku basically made the password the title of Silent Night in German. And Izuku laughed at the idea. But it had to be from Izuku, and only when he wanted it to. As he didn't want people just randomly saying Silent Not. Well, God, I'm butchering the name, aren't I? Actually, no, I'm just gonna make the regular version. Silent Night. Everyone was Izuku and Mama hanging out before school, drinking tea, basically pretending to be a married couple. Izuku, just like this, just like having someone to be with, the family. And who knows, he might even just give it up, all up. He smiled. A year later, well, 2 years later, a year later, Izuku was at the entrance ceremony, ready to become a hero. And that's gonna be it for today, guys. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And bye. Yeah.